Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I'm making this video kind of early. It hasn't exactly, blown up yet, kind of, as a topic. And the only reason I know this video hasn't exactly blown up yet is because when I look up Mexican alien, the only results I get is about people jumping over the border. So it's not exactly mainstream yet. Anyways, I woke up this morning and my friend Swiper had messaged me and he's like, hey, you gotta get up right now. You gotta check this shit out. And I was like, what's going on? And he sends me this video of Mexico unveiling the first, supposedly the first ever alien actually found. Take the word supposedly very seriously here because something about this entire situation is very fishy. Now, a channel named Wyan uploaded this video titled Remains of Non-Human Beings Showcased at UFO Hearing. I'll show you the first portion of the video. I have very mixed opinions about this video because this alien looks, needless to say, it looks fucking weird. Kind of looks like a dehydrated toddler that got stoned right before it died. And I don't really know if this is like a fossil or if it's just mummified. I can't fucking tell. I don't know if they just decided to throw dirt under it to support it. I don't understand it. I don't know if that's part of the actual body because it like fused with the ground or something. But it looks like they just threw some sand underneath it. Now, according to another short, they have retractable necks, and one of the bodies was found with 3 eggs inside of it and has bird bones. So a lot of people are now speculating that this is just some weird shaped prehistoric bird. I mean, tell me what kind of bird has like a pair of fucking knockers on it. Also, I know this can't just be me, but this alien looks a lot like somebody that we all know pretty well. And also, somebody left a comment that said these aliens look like they're from Close Encounters of a Third Kind. And upon looking it up, it's actually pretty accurate. They all, like, the whole design of them looks very similar, kind of like weird naked Oompa Loompas, but the head shape and I guess like the size of their bodies are very similar to the ones they're displaying here. Now, the movie was supposed to be like, I guess, kind of fake, but it was supposed to be based off of an actual encounter somebody had. I also forgot to mention that the video did say that 35% of the alien's DNA is not from this world. Now, I know what most of you are thinking. There's no way this could be true. Well, there's a comment to disprove all of that. This person says, the alien abduction I experienced had something to do with my birth constellation, which is near the center of the Milky Galaxy. They didn't do a surgery on me on a spaceship. I saw the same stars which was shown in the Hubble telescope. It had different colors, red, blue, green, etc. Anyways, weird schizophrenic comments aside, there are people saying things like, they finally have desensitized us over the years to where this does not even shock us. Which again is true. Like, if you think about it, maybe 10 years ago, people would have been freaking out over this. Like, there were always like these conspiracy theories and people talking about being abducted and seeing like weird flying lights going super fast in the sky, right? And that already was enough to scare the shit out of people. People were fucking terrified of that. You throw one of these little fossils back in like 2010, people like, realistically, that'd probably be like a mass suicide following the reveal of the aliens. But at this point, people just see this as like a really cool piece of news that they're gonna forget in maybe a month. I mean, that is if nothing comes out of this. This video also says this would turn Mexico into the world's first country to acknowledge the presence of aliens, which isn't true. I mean, are people forgetting like just like a month ago that the United States was talking about having like literal flying saucers stored away with a bunch of like hostile alien beings? I mean, whether that shit is true or not, that's up for debate, but the United States still did acknowledge that they were real. And anyway, speaking of that, that's kind of why I think this is a little bit weird and fishy, is because right after the United States decides to announce that they have weird flying spaceships and actual live aliens, Mexico decides to come out with this. I don't know if our governments are working in conjunction to start funding the new Men in Black or some weird shit. I just find it a little bit strange that they just happened to release this information both very close in time. The thing is, I'm also not even denying that this is real because, I mean, like, realistically, we live in a huge fucking galaxy with likely millions of planets that we don't even know about yet. And like, now that we, I guess, have somewhat definitive proof, people aren't really gonna question it. They're just gonna see this little fossil and be like, oh my god, it's literally Star Wars. And not to mention the amount of conspiracy theories this shit is going to fuel is absurd. Because now that like a full-bodied government has straight up released this thing, people are gonna let loose every idea they have of some sort of like living being that isn't from Earth. And I mean, like, in a sense, rightfully so. Like, the idea of aliens isn't some far-fetched, crazy conspiracy itself. Like, space is vast, and any single planet that has a living being on it, whether it be some weird ET-shaped thing with massive titties, or like a creature that looks like a beaver with 6 feet, it's still an alien because it's not from this planet. Anyways, I'm expecting this news to go one of three ways. The first one is people are gonna be all excited about this shit. People are gonna start thinking about space travel and meeting new species and stuff. The second idea is fear-mongering, where people are immediately gonna say that these aliens were here to probe our assholes, and now that we found their fossils, they're gonna come back. And people are gonna be genuinely horrified that any of this was ever found. And the last is people who don't believe any of this and most likely won't give a shit about it. Also, like really quick, I'm calling this shit. You know all those like stupid fucking time traveling pages on TikTok and YouTube and stuff? I guarantee you, with this like information being released, one of those dumb fucks is gonna be like, in 2075, aliens are gonna come to Earth and I don't know, start impregnating our cats. I am genuinely calling this. I know it's gonna happen. Like, I know it is. Anyways, that's all I got. I'm actually like, I'm really curious to hear what people have to say, because there's so many mixed opinions about this. But yeah, anyways, if you guys enjoyed, thank you for watching, and come back for the next.